Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hearthstone. So, last recording, we got 4 victories with the Hunter. We need one more with the Hunter, but let's do Warlock for now. Warlock Wild, we'll get this quest done easily. Let's see. So, in the time between now and then, my Lego The Hobbit disputes for content IDs, almost the first batch of them, so like almost probably all of them are gonna get rejected. Seems like InGrooves has a policy if you get it in the right time so they don't immediately reject disputes, they'll just wait 30 days and reject the disputes there. They've obviously got some kind of automated system or somebody getting paid like $1 a day or less, just sitting there saying nope, 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 nope. That's the problem with YouTube right there. Is like, I would gladly allow people to put offensive content, controversial content up all the other time if they just fix the content ID fraud that's going on. It's just completely, just put somebody in charge of it. It's the big companies that are doing the fraud. People, it's not like crazy little companies. It's UMG, it's Sony Music Group, it's InGrooves now too. It's the same ones for video games. I mean, maybe it's different for other people who don't cover video game content. Maybe in that case there is more reason why disputes should be rejected, but I think they could certainly have a system where they make people actually listen to it instead of just having it be completely automated. That right there would make it so difficult and so much extra work that there's no way tiny content idea matches on my channel would ever get responded to, would ever get rejected, particularly since they're legitimate fair use disputes. So anyways, Lego The Hobbit is going to be just butchered with removing music. That system still doesn't work perfectly, and that sucks a lot. See, Death Rattle put a random thing in your hand.
From the void.
So, like, even when I try to remove things, there's still a possibility that some of them will. Some of the music won't get removed, and then what do I do there? I either let them steal the money from me, or in some cases it's even worse than that because they block it in countries. Which +2/+2 demon. Should I just race to the face, or should I take advantage of that?
Job's done.
Oh, I should have killed this. Put a random demon from your hand. Oh, that's not a demon. Never mind. That wouldn't have done anything. What else? I want to get into a few things if I can remember them. Before I go back to the Steam Summer Sale, I've got my phone set so that I'm gonna try and bring up the list of everything that I got, so I can just look at it. Let's see, at the end of it, do 2 damage to a non-mech. Damage.
find it.
Yep, gonna win. So, can I remember any of the other things that went on? We are starting to have some more news. It's just, is it relevant? Is it going to happen? One of the things, I guess I just have to go to a Steam sale at this point. One of the things that is
I have big plans.
Sorry. Here, let's try this. One of the things I've recognized
I'll find it.
is that I built a lot larger of a wish list in the Steam sale versus actually buying games. So my wish list has certainly, because of the Discover Queue thing that they do where you get 3 trading cards for doing 3 Discover Queues of 10 games, they're suggesting things. You're able to customize your Discover Queue now too, so I can get rid of software early access things. I guess I block those too. I put a lot of my wish listed games into following instead of being wish listed, so I can see when they actually come out. I bought a few games that are still technically early access, like Hand of Fate, for instance, City Skylines. These are games that are going to get patches in this new model that is somewhat of a nightmare, but just seems to be how things are going to be done from now on.
Get it out! Get it out!
Yeah, I don't think I want to discard a random card there. This. This. Whenever each hero takes damage.
I see.
Bring that guy up. Do I kill this guy or what? Just end the turn. So, yeah. More games. I want more games. It is really an issue of time management, though, more than anything else. It's just random demon from your hand into the battlefield. I'll play that. I'm kind of short on AAA games. That 7 o'clock time slot does have a slight problem. Let's see, do I summon this and then get rid of this, or do I draw a card? Curse of Raphim. Yeah, I'm gonna lose now. There's enough. If I hadn't drawn that card, you probably wouldn't have been able to kill me in this turn. But maybe. So let's bring out the list. Now, I probably shouldn't be using my cell phone that records my things. And sadly, you don't have a list with the categories in Steam on the cell phone app either. Let's see.
Job done.
I kind of need a taunt creature to come onto the field. So I'm scrolling down here through games I've actually played. That's what comes up first, and that is quite the list. There's certainly some things I kind of wish I could have gotten. Sequels to games I need to cover, definitely. I got the first pro pack of Pinball Arcade, which wasn't really on sale, but I mean, it's never really gonna be. So that's it. Man, the list and the order of these is really strange. I messed up my categories and my sorting on my games a little bit, so now it's
Gul'dan
like,
versus Malfurion.
it's
I
also
must protect the one.
this weird
Your soul shall be mine.
system that's going on of I might have games that I've already played that are in categories they shouldn't be in, because once the series is done it should be in one category, and that's the series done category. Didn't get a lot of shooters. I need to expand that. I finally get to the list. I got 10 Million, which is a puzzle game I'll play. When did I get Adventure Capitalist? I thought about getting that. Some of these I probably got for free, or Adventure Capitalist is a free-to-play game, and that might be it too. I've seen commercials for it, so it's probably one of those
Get it out! Get it
games
out!
that... Yeah, I also have to play here. Oh, Hearthstone, this is gonna take forever. A Fistful of Gun, which is not Welcome to the Gungeon, which is the one I probably would have gotten. Alan Wake American's Nightmare. I have a lot of Disney games. I got all the humongous games, so Pajama Sam and several other, like, point-and-click adventure games. Those are going to start getting integrated with the Lego games, so my remaining Lego games are going to be mixed between point-and-click kids games. These are very young kids games, younger than Legos, so that'll be interesting. Alpha Protocol, I think, is a shooter I'll play eventually. Amnesia is a Halloween thing. I'm working right now to buffering into the
I have big plans.
into the Halloween month of October. After Halloween month, I want a refreshing, mostly just non-zombies.
Guide my lands.
I'm thinking maybe more animal themed, if I can find games that match that theme in November. No real Christmas games. I did get one, but I mean, it's really, really difficult to find any Christmas games. Let's see.
Soon.
Attack. Attack. Let's see. Apparently, Antenna, I got that somewhere. Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations. That is, I need to play Assassin's Creed 2 before the end of 2016, in theory at least. That's my thought. May not actually occur. Let's see. So that leaves me with Brotherhood and then Revelations next year. Axiom Verge is the Metroidvania game I want to play.
The land serves me.
Big Thinkers, another humongous series of kids games. These are really young. Really young games. To be honest, I got them in the hopes that at some point my nephews and nieces will actually play them. If I can get them a computer that will run them, and it wouldn't be that much really to get a computer that would run them. So I finished up the Broken Sword collection, although that's a point-and-click collection of really good games, and I have a lot of other point-and-click collections. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only one I don't have is that 2.5 that's a fan-made one, but that's not on Steam, so that's its own issue. Still a lot of Disney games. Try to integrate Disney games with point-and-click adventure games with the Lego games. I need to buy some buffer for the Lego games because there may only be 3 Lego games left in the entire run. They may very much all go to Lego Dimensions. Christmas Adventure, I think that's a point-and-click adventure game, but it's Christmas themed, so I'll play that. City Skylands or Skylands. I got that on a moderate discount because they're gonna patch things there. I have everything from Valve, so Counter-Strike, Half-Life, a lot of shooters I should go and play. Day of Defeat I think is also Valve. Dead Island Riptide, Dead Synchronicity, the games. Dead Island Riptide is the sequel I need to play eventually. We're into the D's. I'm going just alphabetically here. Fatty Bears is another humongous game. Freddy Fish, there's a bunch of those. There's quite a lot actually of humongous games. It was a bundle for about 50 games when all was said and done. Which 50 games for about $50, that works well. Let's Half-Life. That whole series is almost at 20 years. There might be a reason to play that. Have Minute Hero 2, reason to play that. Hand of Fate, reason to play that because it's getting upgraded. Some of these ones I got just because they're getting upgraded. It might make sense to wait a little bit. Let's see. I think I wasted a couple of mana there, but whatever. I have all the Indiana Jones things to be in time like that. A puzzle game called Cammy. King's Quest, I think I have the first one. I kind of have a decent lineup for Chinese New Year when that happens. I did get Lego Jurassic World, so I can play that. Let's Explore, more humongous game. A weird game that looks really good called Lily Child of the Geos, but I think it's actually not as good as people might think. Let's see, how can we win here?
Possibilities. I see everything.
Let's see, whenever you take damage, take 2/2.
Yes.
And then give a damage of +2/+2.
Job's done.
And then end the turn. So that'll be like an interesting independent game I'll play. Puzzle game called Line. I'm spoiling everything here. Might Magic Clash of Heroes. I want to play that, so I'll play that eventually. Minecraft Story Mode is almost done, so I have the Adventure Pass for that. I won't touch it until it's completely done. I think I have all the Monkey Islands that Steam has, but I think I might actually be missing some. Myst 5, I have all the Mysts. I hope the Odd Worlds pack, I bought that. I had already gotten like Abe's Odyssey for free, and then I bought the bundle and paid again for it, I think. Either way, I'll still say that I got that for free. A short little puzzle one called Please Don't Touch Anything. I'll probably cover that week. Psychonauts I need to cover pretty soon. Putt Putt, more humongous things. I still have several Telltale things to cover. Resident Evil 5 was too expensive. It just wasn't on sale at all.
Once more.
Ooh. What in the world is that? The ancient one, 3030. Doesn't matter. I could play this. I could play this.
What is in here?
I can play this. And then I can just hit the face. I'm not playing very much here. So, I think Resident Evil 4 is going to get played rather quickly because Resident Evil 7 is going to come out. And I think we're probably not going to get to 6 anytime soon. So, maybe next year I'll buy Resident Evil 5, or in 6 months in the winter sale I'll get 5, and then
Gul'dan versus
we'll
Rexa.
get that. Maybe over the next year or a year and a half
Shall
we'll
be
get
mine.
Resident Evil Revelations. I have some of these things. I'm not really super interested in it. I do have Riven, so I could play the sequel to Myst. I don't think there's an upgrade version of Riven. There's a fan-made project for it, I believe, and that's as far as it's ever going to go. A lot of these things, like Shanti's Risky's Revenge, kept getting suggested to me, so just getting them so they would stop being suggested to me is a really dumb thing. Spy Fox, more humongous kids game. I got so much of that. Star Wars. I have so much Star Wars. It is going to be its own effort to like figure that out, and the only real Star Wars game I really want to play is the one I don't have, and that's Lego Star Wars, the Force Unleashed, the Force Awakens, whatever the newest movie is called. That's the Lego game I want. Super Monday Night Combat. I guess I could try that at some point. One of the problems too is I just want to play these these good games, and I'm going to eventually end up just having this pile of old games, and it's just like these games are too old. I'm not interested in them. I've moved on to playing the newer things, the more interesting things. And I don't particularly want to do that because we got a lot invested here. Probably somewhere around $1,000 has been spent on video games at this point. A lot of Tex Murphy stuff. That'll be a series that needs to get integrated in with the Telltale games. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start that. The 7th Guest, the 11th Hour, I didn't get that during the Steam sale. A lot of these I didn't get during the Steam sale. I just had the Deed Dynasty. That's a one. Skyrim is allegedly I'm gonna get an upgraded copy of that just to go to the new version. That would be a great opportunity to play Skyrim. Do I have time for that? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I never played like the DLC, so that would be something new for me. The Lego Movie game I need to play. I got the Maw, that's a small game. The AAA games are the problem. I don't have enough of that. The Taoist Principle Road to Gehenna I didn't get. I need to, but that Make Good is just, it's not happening fast at all. I have to be honest about it. It's a shame. It sucks. It just doesn't feel like that's gonna happen. Probably what I'll end up doing is using it or playing it after the next Taoist Principle 2 comes out. I don't think I'm ever gonna make it up there. Ticket to Ride, I'll play that pretty fast because that's a board game and I'll want to get that done. this the way of life. I don't even remember. It must have been a freebie. If I don't remember it, it probably means I got it for free or in some kind of bundle. Torchlight and Torchlight 2, got them both. Maybe I will decide not to actually play Torchlight 1. Maybe I will. It almost comes down to achievements, which is so dumb, but it kind of does come down to that. So if I can get achievements that would turn around and I don't know, give me trading cards and achievements. It's such a dumb thing. Mist Uru complete collection. I think I'm gonna go through Mist faster than that. Now, Visual Cleanup Crew Shadow Warrior. I have that. I probably need to get the other Visual Cleanup Crew, and I'd be playing by myself, and it's a pretty dull game in itself. So, probably not a lot there. Within, I think that's free to play. You don't know, Jack. I thought about getting the newer versions of that and just skipping to that, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Jack. That's kind of the truth of it. Is I may just decide that it's too old and that there's no reason to go through 2, 3, or maybe we'll do very accelerated experiences through 2 or 3, and that's the list as far as Steam tells me, and I don't believe that's true actually. Yeah, this guy can go. He can't be destroyed. As long as I have this guy on the field and he's close to impossible to destroy, there's no save. He's gonna be fine, good. Now I can just focus on playing. So it feels like I missed a lot of Steam games there, and I am missing a lot. I wanted to get Payday and Payday 2. I just saw that Payday 2 had microtransactions that the creator apologized for, and I'm like, okay, well, that because it has microtransactions, maybe that justifies in my mind a little bit that I didn't get it. Maybe. If you have 6, you need to just deal 2 damage to this guy. And then 1 to this guy. And 9 to this guy. Let's go ahead and do 1 damage here. End the turn. The reason why I wanted to get Payday is because Payday 3 is supposed to come out. It's not really a game for me anyways, but I'm trying to be more just in with it. Let's see, this. And how do we want this to go? This one. This one. This one. This one. If I could just get one more guy on the field. If you have 6 other minions, gain it. Looks like I'm gonna win here. No sports still. I'm still very heavy on no sports. We've talked about how visual novels is gonna probably have to be something I would have to hire out. Sports again would probably be something I would have to hire out too. First-person shooters is probably something I would have to hire out. I'd even be willing to consider hiring out people to play like Hearthstone and just play that all day. If they were really good and it brought in a lot of views, which it might. And there is that whole Twitch concept, that whole thought there, but I'm sure there's things I know I want to get. I want to get more platformers if I can find them, and if they're good. The problem is they're usually not that good. I want more puzzlers if I can find them and they're good. The problem is sometimes they're not that good, sometimes they are. It's a mixed bag. A ton of games using this program called Depressurize or something, which I can't use because it messes up the categories, so I can't ever use it again. I'm gonna have to just do it myself. It puts almost everything in action because almost every game is action based, and for my channel in particular, everything needs to be action based because it's video, and slow, meandering conversations don't catch a lot of people's attention. Although I sometimes watch movies that are like that quite a lot. It's just like I watched one on Netflix, Something of Care, a Netflix original, where this guy takes care of this kid with like muscular dystrophy, and they go on this road trip and learn about each other and learn to like each other. It was pretty good. But definitely slow, definitely just thought-provoking stuff, not stuff that is going to typically be in a video game. So the next biggest category is adventure. So if something doesn't get tagged as action, then it almost certainly is adventure in the video game world. I don't do esports. I'm very low on strategy. That was one thing I was considering. Certainly, I was going to get like the Red Alert series of games. There's a slight problem with that, I think, though, because they're not making any more Red Alert games. I don't think the company that has the rights to them makes games anymore. I could be wrong, and they're just not in style. So I could see maybe doing a retrospective on that, and then working my way up to something like Grey Goo. If Grey Goo, I think, is early access, so if that eventually worked. There are some strategy games, modern, but StarCraft has it so much. StarCraft has it. I'd love to play Warcraft. Can't get it on Steam, can't get it on Blizzard's. So I imagine, I bet there's a way to get it somewhere, but I don't know what you do. I don't know what the trick is to get Warcraft and to get it running. In a similar vein, I'd love to do Dungeon Keeper, too old, but there is like Heart of the Keep or something. There's a couple of games that are Dungeon Keeper likes that are sort of or early access, or they were too expensive. A lot of these like nostalgic, ambitious games are just rather expensive still. Let's see. I've got to do this, and then this, then play this, power them up, and then do this, and then do this, and then this guy's not a problem, and then we'll do that. And in the turn. I think that was a good strategy. What are some other things that I couldn't get? Or couldn't afford, had to make those tough decisions. The tough decisions weren't really that tough, actually, because
From the void I come.
the truth of it is, things were so much more expensive for things that I didn't get. I wanted to get Akiba Strip because there's like a sequel to that or another game coming on to that. I wanted to get Persona, but I don't think
I have no
Persona
time
is
for
on anything
games.
but Sony, which kind of sucks because would like to move towards things like that. It would be nice. Let's see, Death Rattle, put a random demon from your hand into the battlefield. Let's go and hit the face. And let's not increase the odds that this guy hits my own guy. So yeah, what else was things I missed? It feels like there's the trading cards on the Steam badge are specifically not giving me the one card I need. I have like 4 copies of some, and there's one that I don't have any copies of. It feels like on the Steam trading cards that's always the case. It's probably designed that way to screw you over. Deal 3 damage to all minions, shuffle this card into your opponent's deck.
Wow.
Discard a random card. Do I do this? Or do I draw?
I have big plans.
So, what happens next year is the question of the hour, really.
Let the pain speak to me.
It is definitely the thought. It's like, I think by next year, we probably don't spend $300, or if we do spend $300, we spend it in a very different fashion. By that I mean, I only get retrospectives that I think I'm actually gonna play, or at least want for some reason in my collection. This, on its side note, is buying all these games does build up the Steam collection. So as long as Steam doesn't go away, at least I'll have a potential lifetime supply of games I could cycle through. Let's see, discard a random card. This would be a mistake to play here. So this, and then this. That's done. And then end the turn. Which is more important, drawing a card or having +1/+1? That's quite a difficult choice. But yeah, I'm thinking next year, ideally, income would be coming in and consistently. Ideally, next year isn't just, oh, I got 2 paychecks of $100 from YouTube. Ideally, it would be more than that. It would be like real amounts of money. Let's see if I...
The truth is in here! The truth is in here!
So, what do I want to do? I think I just want to do 10 to his face. On the one that it didn't need to attack, it attacks. But we're definitely moving towards next year just having that money. As we are now approaching the fall and winter months after the summer, which that's the rest of the year, that's when games are going to start coming out. We're past E3, so the video game drought seems to mostly happen. It's like January, February, maybe you'll get a couple of good games and that's it, and then nothing really until E3, and then you get announcements for new games in E3, but you really don't get anything until a couple of months after E3, at least a month after E3. And so that then now we're kind of starting to get to the point where it says, actually now we're going to release some games. Let's see, this one can do 9, 10, and I think I don't want to draw. We may finish up here because I'm starting to run dry. Yeah, it's been 40 minutes. Starting to run dry on things to talk about. There was more to talk about, certainly. Every time I do this, there's more to talk about. Maybe I should not close my tabs of news articles. They're not working on Elder Scrolls 6 yet. Okay, good. That's really good. They were kind of late to entering the market of. Let's see.
Embrace your rage.
They were kind of late to use the Unreal Engine or whatever engine they used in Skyrim, so it would be a good thing if they developed a new engine and had it running well. I'm sure that's kind of what they did with Fallout 4, so if they could polish what they did in Fallout 4 and then turn that around, then 4 damage, yeah, he's gonna win. That would be good. I'm sure there's something else. Pac-Man Championship Edition EX2 may be coming out. I'm a little happy about that. Pac-Man 256 without all the microtransactions is on Steam now. I'll probably get that when it goes on sale at either the winter or summer sale. I didn't really like the game, so I'll get it just kind of because. Here you can see we need a Warlock victory and a Hunter victory, and then we'll get 111, which would put us at 4650 as far as our gold. We're doing really well. The only real concern is just the rank system. The rank system is messed up. Now, I can get ranked 18 on Wild, I could probably get ranked 18 on Standard, but I can't do both. I just can't do it. It's more than a month's worth of playing for me. Anywho, that's where I'm gonna end it. It's a little weird. I'm certainly scatterbrained from the Steam Summer Sale. I'm glad I did it in 2 or 3 days instead of waiting the full week that it runs. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt and I come back and say, oh, everything was discounted an extra 10% at the end. I don't think that would happen because of the Steam refunds system. I don't think any of that's going to happen at all, so that good's good. A couple games were missing, like Duke Nukem is missing from the Steam store right now, the original Duke Nukem 1 or 2. Maybe that means there's going to Gearbox is going to do something with it, since Battleborn has sadly failed. Not so much their fault there, they just went up against Blizzard and lost. But it could also be that things are just taken off the Steam sale. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of other games I'm not remembering that are on the Steam sale. People are really mad about the VR DRM thing. One guy says exclusives are bad, one guy says exclusives might not be bad, so everybody that buys them thinks its exclusives are bad. We're not gonna do a Xbox PlayStation with on top of Xbox PlayStation and have 4 different paths in which you have to have either a Vive or an Oculus Rift. People won't stand for that, and then that'll kill VR. Myst would be really cool if they came out with a VR thing. I hope Abduction does well and they might think of something like that. But they need to redo all the graphics again and just do some other changes. What else? I guess that's it. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. if you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. That'd be very helpful, actually. I mean, if I had $60 every month of support, that would cover one new game that fills in that time slot at 7 o'clock really well. That's what that time slot was supposed to be originally. It was supposed to be the new AAA games. Uh, and down below, still social media. Getting a lot of activity on Twitter still. Nothing really on Facebook. Nothing on Tumblr. Nothing on Google Plus. And it's mostly bots on Twitter too. So, but a few people are following me. Anyways, that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a good evening.